Welcome to the Chewn podcast, where real topics are discussed by fake individuals with fake opinions. Even if it's the host or the guest, don't take them seriously. And if you do get offended, guess what? Shit happens. Leave it below in the comment section. Let's roll. Let me say what else not to matter. We had, I know this. All right, I'm gonna try to. I'm not treading lightly. I'm gonna try to say this the best way I can without seeming like I'm coming off negatively against it. Right. Ironheart has been a long-awaited, to me, series I've been waiting to come out on the back of the last Black Panther movie, where his sister becomes the Black Panther. They go and grab a young scholar female who is going to be tech savvy and is a genius mind. And off that movie, I've been waiting for this to come out so I could see where this young lady goes as far as in the Marvel universe with her acumen and her ability to make an iron suit. Because, you know, it's one of the biggest things in Marvel is the iron suit. You got Iron Man, you got War Machine, you had the Russian guy make his interpretation of it. Then you had Jedediah make his interpretation of it. Everybody's trying to make, you know, an iron suit. Hammer Industries is making their iron suit. The iron suit is a pinnacle in the Marvel universe. So now that we actually have a Black female that's young that is also created an iron suit, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be some dope shit. I want to see where this is gonna go. I want to see how far they can take this. Mm-hmm. So this is what comes out. I'm gonna show a clip because I'm gonna speak on something after I show this clip, because I noticed something that people probably don't notice. All right, so we're gonna show this, man.
Let's see. What the fuck is it?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. You know, dude.
What is this all about, man?
Yeah. So, and you know something? People, I'm not telling you not to watch the series. Check the series out. I will say this. None of those images that you just saw in the clips I put together off watching the series, because I literally tried to run a search to find these images in a trailer that Disney put out. Disney did not put out any of these images in any of their trailers. There's the young Black female.
Yeah, because I didn't see any of this.
Any of that, exactly.
I
There's
saw
Parker.
none of this in the trailer.
You know why? Because they knew damn well if they put that shit in the trailer,
I'm not taking my daughter to.
You're not taking your daughter to see it, and my daughter has yet to see this series because of that. And this is what I'm confused about, Nation. I'm confused as to why. First of all, why is it? And I'm not saying anything that lesbians, that gay men, gay women, however you want, you got to be prerequisite of any of that shit's gay. I'm not saying that transgenders, drag queens are not out here in the world. And I truly believe that movies, if you're going to dictate certain areas or certain places, make it real about the area that you're in. I get tired of seeing movies and it's like 95% white and then it's 5% black. I go to that area and it's goddamn 70% black and 30% white. Like, y'all act like black people don't exist. But in this series, why is it that anytime you all start to make something that is Black culture in the universe, you got to bring gayness into it, you got to bring drag queens into it, you got to bring transgender? Literally, you had a drag queen there and you had a transgender there. That's literally what you had. I went back and looked at Captain America. I never saw a gay person, didn't see a transgender, didn't see a drag queen. I went back, watched Peter Parker, Spider-Man, didn't see a gay person, didn't see a transgender, didn't see a drag queen. I went back and watched damn Iron Man, didn't see a transgender, didn't see a gay person, didn't see a drag queen. I went back and watched Hulk, didn't see a gay person, didn't see a transgender, didn't see a drag queen. I went back and watched Venom, didn't see a gay. None of this shit ever exists. But then when we come here to Black cinema in the universe, you always bring somebody in as gay. Even in Black Panther, you all had I forget what her name is. She's the main soldier for the female African warrior group. And that blurred the lines because supposedly they got mad. The LGBTQ community got mad, said she was gay. So they came off with a spinoff where she actually is gay. Y'all don't do this with any of your other series. Why are you always willing to put this in our culture? It's because I believe you all want our kids to think that this shit is the way to go, which technically keeps us from going further in life. Because guess what? I told my daughter that shit ain't right. Because I'm telling you right now, if a girl and a girl together, we seek to exist. Man and man together, we seek to exist. That's not the proper order in which the world is going to work, man. So this shit right here, that it disappointed me for real, bro, on that aspect.
Brother, let me say this, brother. you mentioned Iron Man, Captain America, the Avengers. Every superhero movie that a young white male would look up to empower them.
Right.
They made those movies for that way for their people. The movies that are made and directed toward our people, oftentimes they're filled with debauchery, murder of our own, foul language toward the women, foul treatment from the woman toward the man, mistreatment of the children.
True.
This is a constant thing, and 30 years ago, it wouldn't have been something that we would go for. But now it's become a climate that we'll go for anything. You understand? We'll go for anything, and we're made to believe that. Well, hey, what's wrong? What's wrong is the fact that these images, they're not in any other superhero movie. So what makes Marvel get the idea that it's okay to impose these images upon the superhero that a young black sister is going to look at? A young black girl, this is what she got to look up to.
Right.
You understand? To each his own. Purchase the subscription to it. You know, if you want to support it, whatever. And it's nothing against anybody's sexuality. I don't go to bed with you people. I don't go to bed with you, nation.
Correct.
Y'all go to bed how you go to bed. That's fine. However, you don't impression that upon young kids. I'm not gonna stand with nobody on that.
Right.
Grown folks, you do whatever you want to with grown folks, but you don't impression this upon young kids. And this is marketed as a superhero movie to empower young girls.
Correct.
I'm glad you found this and brought it up, for the nation, because otherwise the nation wouldn't have knew probably until they seen the foolery, or either they would have saw it and just accepted it and glanced by without thinking about what's really going on. Nobody can treat you less than unless you accept it.
That's a good one.
I don't accept it.
I don't accept it either, man. And it's wild. Even if you watch the series, people, and I don't care about being a spoiler on this because y'all need to know, y'all still want to watch it. I would say, watch it, but I think it's something to be said. I like I said, we initially, the wife and I were like, we're going to sit down, let the baby watch it so she can get, because she's mechanically inclined. She likes stuff like that. But, bro, I ain't even bought this shit I watched the whole damn series, every episode. I ain't let her watch not damn one. I ain't even brought it up to her. And it pissed me off in the start of everything because I remember in other movies where Peter Parker, he's got the relationship with not only Iron Man, he's got the relationship with Sonny, he's got the relationship there with them bringing him in and trying to see if he want to be part of the Avengers and all this other stuff. And you always usually have some type of situation there where there's a kid, which is heavily played in Peter Parker's character, especially with him being genius and kind of doing his thing, and them always trying to bring him in. But it was just wild to me to not see what I anticipated I thought I would see. She was working with Wakanda. She was there in Wakanda. She was working with Wakandians on technology. And it was odd that, okay, she's at MIT, so she's not working with Wakanda anymore. She's not there with them. I don't hear nothing about really them as far as having any communication with her. The whole series, not one time did she have any communication, or was there an insert or cameo for Wakanda or a Wakandian in there communicating with her. Not one time. She just Wakanda left out there. She done came home. We know Iron Man's dead right now, but we don't have nobody from the Avengers or the even the team trying to keep up with her and say, hey, you did this. None of that, bro. So it's just like we got a black genius female out here that is this smart, but she ain't embraced by nobody, that she has to turn. And literally in the second episode, she's turning to a life of crime, using her genius to commit crimes. This is what they got going on, bro. She's
so using.
She gets in court. She gets recruited by Parker Yep, she gets recruited by Parker to join a group of criminals who all put their, they all reject some. You got the drag queen. Oh, you was a reject. You got the transgender. You rejected by community. We all gonna come together as rejects and we gonna show them. And that's kind of what they doing. That's why I say you got to be careful with this, because what else it puts into the seed of the child is, if I'm not accepted by these group of people that I like and I'm getting picked on, then maybe I should be gay, or maybe I should be a drag queen. That's the way I can get accepted, because they'll accept me for doing it. Do crime. Brother, and that shit pissed me off too, bro. It pissed me off.
I'm gonna tell you what I deduct from it, and especially what you just said. If we look below the surface, we can see the message that's being shown. Yes. Message being shown. Young black man, young black woman, will send you in to go learn the secrets of your people.
Oh.
With the promises of riches and spoils. Once you bring it back to us, and when you bring it back to us, we done with you.
We done with you.
Off back where you came, which oftentimes that's
the
story. But they're now painting that picture for the youth, and oftentimes I think probably 9% of the kids that'll see that, they'll never get what's laying below the surface.
True, brother. True. And so that's why I say, y'all, I know
slow down.
They got it. I know right now there's a lot of publicity and posts out there that people are being negative toward this. And I'm also going to say something to the dickhead bigots. Y'all keep using this word woke, trying to tag it to woke being lesbian, woke being gay people. Woke is that shit has nothing. Y'all also already trying to take a word from our culture that means you have become aware of oneself and ability to try to even bring that down to attach it to, every time it's these gay, y'all trying to be woke. That's what happened when you get woke. It is so sinister and evil how y'all are trying to take every positive aspect of a culture, create it into a divisive weapon, drop it back in our community, and then blow it up. Woke does not mean gay, transgender, LGBTQ, none of this shit. Woke means that we are aware of what we can do as a people and our descendants, the power that they held, and what we can do moving forward. That's really what the shit means when we say we woke. We realize now. This other shit that y'all trying to make it mean, that shit is bullshit. So for people trying to say, this a woke film, no, what this shit is a divisive film that is inserted to mislead our youth into thinking that everything in here is okay. It's okay to take your talents and turn to a life of crime and then see if you can work your way out. It's okay that you become a drag queen. It's okay that you become a transgender. And if people don't like you, if you feel like you can't get along with other social groups, just turn your back and then just take your pants off, put a skirt on, or take your skirt off, put pants on, and somebody will accept you. Don't do that shit. I advise you all to watch it as parents first before you let your kids watch it. And at least this way you can mentally or verbally try to prepare them for what they're going to see. So maybe if they see it through a different lens. Instead of a lens of acceptance, they'll see it through a lens of, that shit ain't cool. But yeah, man, I ain't with it.
Yeah, brother, that shit is going way past acceptance, man.
Yeah.
It's not about acceptance, because I don't have to accept what I don't know. It's not my business on what going on in somebody's bedroom. You understand? But
true.
I don't respect the fact that shit being pushed upon people. You don't put that in a kid's program. You understand? You don't put that in a kid's program.
No.
That shit is fucking demonic.
Boom.
Yeah.
That's
you understand?
That's a correct word for it, brother.
You have an ulterior motive when you put that in a children's program. You can put in grown folk program all day long.
All day long.
But not in a child's program where that child's mind and consciousness is being molded.
There you go.